can do with both of these comps, especially FPX when you lock someone down with Chains of Corruption, or you start with a Paranoia and then everyone goes in. We're going to wait till 20 seconds here, Guildball, because we need to know that that Nocturne is going towards the jungle here. Again, only one Gwen jungle so far in the LPL, so not expecting it. But as we tick down the timer, Tien will show us.
We'll start from the top side of the map. I've had the pleasure of casting this matchup one time before, and you can see they've both opted into the decision of not taking Flash. So this Ignite is going to be absolutely crucial. There's a bit of this very much more likely to be a bit more proactive in the early game. And onto the side of the Nocturne, you're always waiting for 6. And here you just see it. You start E on the Gwen with the Dawn's Blade. You just snip him down. It's really broken. It's really annoying to play against.
It is, and you know the favorite thing about watching it as well? It's the 100 range you get as well, right? Plus the attack speed. Ale runs into you, and no Shuriken Flip means no dice, and Ale already at half health, so you talked about level number 3, but if Nuguri gets early lane priority, I mean, we have to throw that out the window and start thinking, well, Nuguri's always going to have EXP diff. He's going to build the wave here. And Ale, like every Akali this series, whether it's been Nuguri or Ale himself last game, have fallen behind in the laning phase. And we have to find out if this game breaks that trend.
Yeah, but you just want to cut your losses. You know the wave is slow pushing towards you. You're going to be picking it up in just a bit, so make the best out of it. Make sure you get that CS on the tower as well. Yep. And then towards the Lulu in the mid lane into the Silas, she's very much about facilitating the Xin Zhao. It wouldn't surprise me when we start opening up the map a bit more that Lulu is just going to sacrifice a lane and just walk around with the Xin Zhao to try and create skirmishes. That's going to benefit. Yeah, oh, actually action down in the bot lane, something I'd not anticipated. Ignite came out.
Yes, LWX does get out, but a low health bar. I1D now without the summoner. And remember that you don't have as much sustain in this lane as you do with I1D's glitch.
Phase which we're getting in this kind of skirmish, but Rift Herald has been started up and bot lane is moving up from the side of LNG. I think we might get our first fight here.
Yeah, Ale's walked in trying to buy time. Paranoia has been used by FPX as needlework over the wall. Ale's there as well. Tieni takes him and isolates him as well. First blood over to LNG, but Nuguri has started sniffing away. Good shielding here from Icon as Tarzan runs into it, gets a numbers advantage. And for FPX, bit of danger time here, but Nuguri's managed to secure the Herald. On top of Icon, he's snipping again. It's a double kill time. Shuriken Flip once again. I1D and Light want to take him down, and Ale can't go back in. Gets some healing, but dies in the end. A 3 for 2. LNG win out, but Herald over to the Fun Plus Phoenix.
Yeah, and at the same time, the AD carry also got a lot of farm down towards that bot side of the map. FPX, LWX rather, got to push in, get a play, get a few minions, but still, I gotta say, that's a skirmish where you come out on head, or rather out on top, as LNG. Ale here on the Akali. Look at him patiently waiting for Tien to flash over. And then even though he misses the perfect execution, the Shuriken Flip with the 5-pound strike is enough to actually take him down. Tarzan with a great ultimate to keep him alive for a longer while. And then about this time, it starts to get a bit uncoordinated from the side of LNG. They're not sure who they need to focus, and Doinby with the Kingslayer gets the healing, gets the little level up there, I actually think, as well, on towards the kill, and he stays alive, but Nuguri...
Disruption can spread, and maybe LWX doesn't even get the fight. Down he goes, Light does the damage, I1D does the knockup. Oh, he's a threat, we gotta watch out, and LWX in the middle of the lane by himself while Crisp is roaming up towards the top side. They're at least trying to put pressure down on this turret, which Nuguri sets up thanks to the Herald he picked up with a quick snip. 2-1 now, has a lot of turret plating, goes back in, does quite a lot of damage at this point in the game as well. Close to getting the Riftmaker as well. I think that's the important part here, that Nuguri is definitely in the lead in this top lane, even though the Akali has a kill. But here on the Gwen, we know that snowballing Gwens in the LPL have been able to take over.
We have a hope. That's kind of what FPX have right now, but with Nuguri, because the rest of the members are kind of falling behind. And you can see LNG, yes, top lane is quite dominated, but right now towards the rest of the map, they are definitely in charge.
Oh, and they're engaging. LWX has to burn double summoner straight away. Quickness into the backline. LWX should be dead here. Ignite Gleaming Quill, but the re-engage from FPX. They've cornered them down. Wild Growth stolen away, I believe. Tien is absolutely massive, surviving with his lethal tempo, but this doesn't look too good. Tarzan cleaning them up. The license to kill is still there, and LNG do it again.
And we just continue with that analogy. You have that Hulk up in the top side. That's Nuguri. He gets all the gold. But LNG right now, they have a team. And they're determined to take down the bot side of FPX. Still very even in gold due to different strengths like elsewhere on the map. Top side of the map, FPX really strong. Bot side of the map for LNG, super strong as well. This game is still very much competitive despite all the kills going over to LNG.
Man, I've been impressed with I1D through this series. I'm still impressed. I mean, setting up for the engage, it was a nice pick. Double summoners blown straight away, and FPX wanted to double down on that. All they get is the top lane turret. Let's have a look again, Guildborg, because diving through the turret, I don't think we expected this from Tarzan.
No, I really did not. And honestly, despite LWX going down, he had a really good chance of corruption to stop the Rakan mid W. And then we come down to the skirmishing. I thought it looked so chaotic. The fact that Light gets to Arcane Shift out of this one and stay alive despite getting stunned, really is just making matters worse. Because if you were able to get that shot down onto a carry, at least you would have gotten something great out of the situation as FPX. But they just get nothing. It's only the top side of the map that get anything in.
Yeah, so Nuguri versus the world feels like the course of action here for game number 3. Everyone else doing well. Ale waiting for his prey, though. Sure can flip time, and he's straight into the Hallowing Mist. Ale gets snipped around. Need to work down as well. You thought it was over. The execution, no! Both walk away with only a bit of health.
And you know, it's a crucial hallowed mist that actually dodged one 5-punch strike. Had that come through, Nuguri probably would have gone down, but with both top laners forced to back. Oh no, they're actually TPing in.
It's stolen. FPX has stolen the dragon. Number 2, Chains of Corruption has spread. This is what we talked about. Nuguri's joined in as well. Into the backline, they've got I1D. They've got themselves a bigger beefcake as well. FPX low health bars, though, as Light joins the fray. Ale in as well. Gets 1, gets 2, and now it's up to Nuguri yet again. But there's too many people left alive, and FPX are cleaned once more. LNG are coming out of the woodwork.
And crucially, Nuguri's shutdown just went over to Ale as well, so that's a lot of extra gold you could spend on towards the Akali. Right now, it just seems like LNG has the better setup. Yes, the Drake got stolen, but FPX only sitting at 2. It's not a threat yet, and with the gold lead that LNG got after this fight, it's only looking like they'll be able to secure the third one. But once again, good start from TN, and I actually like the Chains of Corruption coming through as well. They had the TP advantage. Ale not able to TP in due to the paranoia, but right now, the rest of the members of LNG are just so much further ahead. They have the Enchanter to work with as well, and all the HP bars are so low when Ale is finally able to get in here. He's able to pick up the fight, and it's shut down. Going over to Ale as well is only making matters worse.
Both top laners big, but Ale reaching him is not a good thing here for FPX. They're behind in gold. They're behind in tempo. It's 3,000 on the top of the scoreboard for you. All they have is dragons here to try and pressure the game. And let's be realistic, the bottom lane this game are doing real nice stuff as Crisp is roaming down, but Ale's already out of there. And I1D on this Rakan, 10 out of 11 kill participation, has been on point this game, and I think throughout this series as well. I mean, I1D has been a great support throughout the league, we should say. So Locker picked up, able to dive into the backline, and now FPX will stem some of the bleeding here with this turret, but Guildborg, I mean, there's Herald. That'll bring even more tempo into the game for them.
I agree with you, and I'm going to say something a bit controversial here, Hysterics, as well.
Yeah.
I think I1D is outperforming Crisp in this series. I think Crisp has a really good series on towards the Tankej, but afterwards...
Out the next fight, because if LNG are able to push some momentum, bring some of these second items, third items to the Rift, feels like FPX definitely can't fight it, and LNG are going to get a free couple of objectives on Summoner's Rift.
But historically, over the course of this series, they should have time if it goes like the other games. Both games had been at least 30 minutes long. It's come down to multiple Barons, but with this second Herald, you can see LNG, they're really looking to accelerate. They might even get a third charge on towards the turret.
And they should. Inhibitor turret at the ready. Tien here to wave clear, but third charge going to come through. Tarzan just walks up, but it's smited down. Nuguri baited in. Need to work there. Everyone at half HP. Look at what Doomby's doing in the bottom side of the map. You see, bottom left of your screen, ladies and gentlemen. He trades off the inner turret. That's something for FPX, but LNG, I think, better off that they didn't go too far. Nuguri still does that.
With Doinby, who's stoling away Ali's ultimate, and then you can start to look for the fights, but FPX... posturing like they actually want to contest this objective. Very surprising to me.
Doomby stolen away the Xin Zhao ultimate. Present guard at the ready. Note that we do have Nuguri with 2 items now as well if the Gwen comes in, but it is a Nash's Tooth that we can talk about after the fight. Dragon's been started up. Tien with ulti. He's a level 11 Nocturne. And Ale sitting behind. Vision denied. He's going to lens here. It's actually still picked up by the control ward. Poke coming through from LWX. Tien getting zoned away. Wandy on the backside. Look at where I1D is. Paranoia in as well. Dragon secured by LNG, but FPX already taking a huge chunk thanks to Ale, who's at full HP. Nuguri there as well. Chains corruption to disengage. Quickness into the backline. 4-man knockup from I1D as well. LWX still alive, but FPX are being blown apart. Light can arcane shift in, and it looks oh so fine. Duumbi as well, blown to asunder, and Crisp has to watch the world burn.
Yeah, great pickup there from Toss, and he's able to secure the Drake. They're able to secure the fight, and they should be able to secure the Baron with this one as well. This is why I was so hesitant about FPX walking up to this one. I just didn't feel like they have the power in their inventory right now to try and contest it. LNG in a 3rd game with that best early game they've performed in this series so far.
Being consistent throughout. Let's watch again. They're going to Baron in live, but buying time, and then watch I1D, watch Tarzan as usual.
Yeah, exactly. And then you talk about it, I1D, and then Tarzan afterwards. The 4-man actually, it's the charge with the angle he has on it that kind of lets him get that knockup to come through. Now it's actually the Wild Growth, my bad, and gets the 4-man knockup from Icon there. Really lovely to see. Okay.
Well, I guess we didn't miss anything. Tien tried to flash in, ladies and gentlemen, but Baron went over to LNG. So this feels like you're putting it in the too hard basket at this point. Gilborg, we started out looking at FPX's comeback. Game 2 was theirs to win, but game GA2. And LNG just turned that with the Baron buff and say, okay, a lot of ultimates are now down. We can push mid.
Yeah, they most certainly can. They don't have the biggest minion wave, but it is Baron up minions, and you do have a Lulu to help you with the attack speed. They should be able to pick up this top turret, or mid turret rather. Stormbreeze back in from top lane, and very aggressive from like Ian forward here. I don't think they need to play as aggressive as they are. They can play this very cautious, and they can play it by the book.
Or they could try and end the game. I like LPL. Lights moving forward, and LNG burning the TP. They definitely want to end. Everfrost has used Solar Flare on 3 people as well. Remember that Hijack is on cooldown from Duumbi. That's a big ulti, and he already stole the Wild Growth. Wants something like the quickness here, but Baron minion doing work. Look at the back end. More minions coming in, Gilborg.
There is no way they're actually going to be trying to siege this one. Solar Flares and cooldown. Paranoia's just waiting a few seconds, and Needlework did just come out from Nuguri, so this looks like the final stand for FPX if they keep going on this one.
Zenith Blade, Paranoia into the backline, but Crisp is burnt immediately down. FPX are diving in. Tien tries his mightiest, but Duumbi can't even do a thing. Ale under turret, goes invulnerable for a moment. Duumbi jumping in, but taken down. And LNG at the door of FPX's base may have done it onto Chris. They need a knockup, they need a kill, and they'll find it. The Phoenix doesn't fly today. It's about Li Ning sitting on top of the table at the end of week 2.
And Hysterics, if you had told me at the start of LPL that LNG would be sitting at the top of the table